Just to recap, I was telling you all that on this 25th March letter which has come to the public domain through an RTI inquiry, which is now property of the court, and I'm sure the court will take cognizance of it. The BJP thinks that the talk of a political settlement which is coming out, wherein the UPA chairperson is probably engaged in patching up between the two senior ministers in the internal war that is going on, should not really matter to the people of this country. They patch up or they don't. That is an internal matter of the Congress party. But I think what has happened has clearly shown that the Congress party, which is typically doing its job on corruption, first they practice corruption, they engage actively in corrupt practices. Then when there are questions asked, they go about denying it. Third, they attempt to do all kinds of cover-up. And finally, when the opposition heat, the media heat, and also the questions reach them, they take the inevitable call. I think now we see in this particular affair the third stage of covering up, continuing. Denial has happened. First, it was the same blueprint for an alliance partner. And then finally, they had to call Mr. Raja out of the cabinet. Today, we find at that time, in fact, all of you all would remember, the approach of the Congress party was, it's an alliance partner, we have a compulsion, so we can't do anything on it. Today, it is the congressmen who have to answer. There were several questions raised, and the note which has come out, the marked secret note which has come out dated 25th March, may probably only recall all that has been said in the public domain. But let's also understand that the questions which were asked based on that still remain unanswered. What are they? Why was a change of mind between 2007 and 2008? A minister who was advised by his own ministry to go for the auction route suddenly changes his mind, and on the 15th January 2008 writes saying to the Prime Minister a letter saying, no, well, treat all that has happened as closed chapter, and from now any spectrum allocation can happen in an auction format. Why was that change? So that's the first question. Second, in 2007, what justifies giving out spectrum, which is a scarce resource, in 2001 price? And going by the decision of the cabinet in 2003, without the approval of the finance minister, the allocations could not have happened. And if that's the case, even on the 15th when he wrote about the 10th January 2008 allocation of resources, that time it was only a letter of intent issued. And if the finance minister really wanted to stop this huge, big loss to the government of India, he could have still taken action, which he failed to do so. And above all, by that letter saying what has happened, he was only attempting to justify what had been a wrong decision. So therefore, the questions which still remain unanswered, you may have very many secret notes coming out of the government. You may have this picture of an internal rift between the two ministers, which the chairperson of the UPA may sort out. But the people of this country want to understand answers and want to get the answers for these three questions. How could you sell in 2007, in 2001 prices? And 2003 cabinet decision has not been followed. And if indeed you could have followed it, even on 15th January 2008, P. Chidambaram Saab could have stopped the allocation of spectrum, which at that time was only an issue of letter of intent. It wasn't stopped. And third, this note which might have come over as a secret note only raises the same question, why did he change his mind between 2001 and 2007? With all these questions remaining unanswered, we have made it more than obvious several times that it is high time the Prime Minister removed Mr. Chidambaram from the cabinet. No questioning by CBI or anybody else can happen in a free and fair manner if he continues to be in the ministry. Earlier it was a corruption of alliance partners. Now it is the Congress itself which has to answer, and that answer has to be done through proper investigation, through proper questioning, and in a free and fair manner. So the Prime Minister should actually sack Mr. Chidambaram with no further delay. The second issue is a very serious matter relating to illegal mining. Goa in the last 12 years has had the Chief Minister holding the mining portfolio. Shri Digambar Kamath is the Chief Minister now. It is estimated that about 10,000 crores is the loss which will be the result of this illegal mining which is going on in Goa. More than 90 licenses have been issued, and apparently you can classify them, the illegal mining licensees, into two groups. One which has not obtained due clearances from forest or environment departments, and the others who have been extracting the minerals much more than the license permitting amount or the quantum. They've crossed the ceiling, extracted illegally, kept huge dumps for which they are not paying any royalty, and this has been now voiced by so many people. The PAC, the Public Accounts Committee in Goa, has been raising this. The former Chief Minister, BJP former Chief Minister Shri Manohar Parrikar has been talking about it. The PAC in Goa has raised very many severe questions for which we are not obtaining answers. The Indian Bureau of Mines, which is a Government of India funded body, has also been sending a lot of teams to various states, and they have also come up with this illegal mining problem in Goa, which has completely ripped the state, and it is a natural disaster of a very big order for a small state like Goa. And if these companies have either been illegally extracting tons and tons of iron ore, not paying royalties, or having extracted the mineral without the due clearances, these are very serious allegations. And for a state like Goa, which depends on tourism to a large extent, this mining has made Goa an ugly tourist destination because of the unbridled illegal mining. So in the interest of Goa, there should be an immediate CBI investigation into this, but certainly the Chief Minister should resign or he should be removed. Again, the same logic. Questioning cannot be free and fair if the Chief Minister who is holding the portfolio of mines continues to be in power. It is important to note that the Department of Mining and Geology in Goa could not even produce substantial documents to the Shah Commission, which is inquiring into this whole matter. We are aware Shah Commission is going through the matter. The Department of Mines and Geology in Goa is not even giving adequate documentary support for the commission to do its job. So in such a circumstances, I think it is important that the Congress party understand that they cannot be seen for all that they are talking about mining and illegal mining. They should remove this Chief Minister immediately, or else it is certainly going to lead questions. It is certainly going to lead to questions if the illegal mining profits, the dirty profits, are funding the Congress party. It is definitely going to lead to such questions. Are they pushing the entire country to ask such uncomfortable questions? Why wouldn't they want to remove the minister? Why wouldn't they want him to subject it to certain inquiries? Goa is a small state. It requires all the legal profit it has to earn out of mining, but not at the cost of its economy, its environment being ripped apart by illegal mining. The Chief Minister should resign, and there should be free and fair inquiry into this whole matter. The third issue is the death, unfortunate death of Srimati Rajbala. Even as the whole midnight scoop down which happened in Ramlila Maidan, with tear gas shells being opened up in a tented premises, women being prodded by lathis, woken up from their sleep in a protest which was completely peaceful. We had a minister who's known for repeatedly misleading the public of this country, telling us not a single lathi was used in Ramlila Maidan. Let me remind you all that.